So earlier we saw this equation when we were identifying linear, quadratic, or exponential, these boxes. This one we remember was exponential, but now we're going to identify what's called a first and second difference to help us show these functions. So the first difference, a difference means the number it takes to add to go on to the next number. So if we notice, to go from here to here, we would be adding on 48. To go from 256 to 64, we're adding on 192. To go from 1024 to 256, we're adding on 768. And to go from 4026 to 1024, we're adding on 3002. Well, that's the first difference. This is the first difference. If I want to find a second difference, then adding on again, get 144, 768, minus 192 gives us 576, 768 minus 3002, excuse me, the other way around, 3002 minus 768 gives me 2234. So in terms of an exponential, there is no significant pattern when you take the first and second difference in terms of subtraction, so what it takes to add to go to the next term. But if we do it by the ratios, remember how we had times 4, times 4, times 4, times 4? Well, that would be our first ratio. The second ratio would just be times 1 each time. And so we'd have the second ratio pattern of all ones. That will always happen in an exponential. And so then, if I come down to the next one we had, if we remember this one was quadratic, so I would say this takes minus 3, minus 1, plus 1, plus 3. That's the first difference. The second difference is plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. A quadratic will always have this case, where the second difference will always be adding 2 every time. The third one I want to show you is, we know this is linear from our other video. First difference would be subtract 6, subtract 6, subtract 6, subtract 6. Our second difference, though, would be adding 0, adding 0, adding 0. This will always happen in linear. So in ratios with exponential, we always get a times 1 on our second time. In quadratic, second difference will always be add 2. And in linear, second difference will always be adding 0. So they always have this pattern from a table.